Perspective Blog X Lakers-fandom. Before we get to the content, I would like to thank all my subscribers for your support. If you are not a subscriber, I invite you to support the channel, subscribe, and turn the notifications on. Thank you for your support. Right. Welcome to the pregame show. Let's talk about a little bit about what the Rockets are expected to do. And I don't know if AC got my link to the live, so I'm not sure if he's going to be here tonight. Let me get a little bit closer so I can. And so the first thing I want to talk about, and if you want to also comment here, I present the comments that I find here on this area right here, so you can make your comments. What do you think about the Rockets? I'm going to say this while anyone gather their thoughts, and if you want to say where you are and all that, you can promote your page here. I don't care, except if you are promoting porn, then I'm going to take it off, right? But you can promote your page or put a link on your page. I don't care, Now, what I want to say about the Rockets, they want to, they are in a vengeance mode probably tonight because they lost their last game, I think. Yes. So, do they have any players injured? No, I don't know. I know Anthony Davis is playing in this game. And the Rockets are like on a losing streak. So the problem is that if you are going to face the Lakers tonight with a team like the Rockets, defense is going to be a key for the Lakers. But also now the Lakers have an offense that can match the Rockets. And they have Boogie Cousins, but because we have Marc Gasol, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Boogie to bully people unless Marc Gasol gets into fouls. Montrezl Harris is not a picnic for him either, but he's taller and he also have a really long reach. So it would be a more difficult task for Montrez. So if Marc Gasol gets in fouls, we're going to have to scramble a little bit. But I think the Lakers should win this hands down. And, a lot of concerns I've been hearing about the Lakers. I believe they need another center. But being said that, this team is loaded. And this team is loaded. And I think this is the best offensive team that LeBron has played with. And if LeBron can take mediocre teams to the finals, I don't think he's going to have a problem with this team getting to the finals. Um, the Rockets, I predict they are not going to win this one, and I predict the Lakers might win by a lot because what they have KCP back, they are going to have um, Anthony Davis back, and look what the statistics say. Uh, the the Rockets do have just um, a little bit more points production, and but the Lakers have the best field goal percentage. Now, this is where I think the Lakers should uh, dominate, and it's on the rebounds. The Lakers should be dominating on the rebounds. The 3-point field goal percentage, the Lakers have the advantage. Interestingly enough, right? Um, free throws, a little bit on the side of the Houston Rockets, but they foul a lot. The Houston Rockets foul a lot, and I think with all the drivers that the Lakers have and all the cutters that the Lakers have, Houston is going to have a hard time not fouling people. Um, and nobody can stop Anthony Davis. And to stop LeBron James, you need a wall of players. And while LeBron is still in the process that he goes through every season, which is he start a little bit slow, he's already picking up pretty well. So I think this game is going to go much in favor of the Lakers than even what the statistics say. Um, they are first in shot blocks, the Rockets, and we are fifth. But I think that's going to change eventually. Um, I mean, I like this guy. What is his last name? Child. Um, he's a good player. I wish we could have him pair with Davis one day, and that would be pretty much a championship guaranteed. Um, but we gotta take care of the turnovers because we, they don't turn over the ball as much as we do, and they also are ahead of us in steals, which is, we are going to have to get used to the idea that we are, our team doesn't have the same culture uh, that we have last year. But also, on the other side, we haven't had some of the key players for our defense. KCP worked for the defense for the championship, which didn't make us miss that much Avery Bradley. Though who wouldn't want Avery Bradley to stay? But we didn't need him for the championship, and that's not a criticism to Avery Bradley. That is just a reality that happened. The other thing is we have now back not only KCP, but we have Caruso, who are good guys to cut the ball on the passing lane. They are always like in that. And through the growth of Taylor Horton Tucker during this season, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of defensive stuff from him. He's blocking shots. He hasn't done that many things since the preseason games in stealing, but if you remember last year in the playoffs, he stole like I don't know 2 balls every time of 2 or 3 every time he played, and he played like what the most he played was like 14 minutes. So really, um, those are the statistics I see. I don't think this game is that going to be that even. I know John Wall is is doing amazing. I know they are kind of meshing together really well, but at the end of the day, they are not getting the W's. And the Lakers, even when the Lakers are just getting to know them, like last year, the problem is that the Rockets are not going to be a match for so many players that can score 20 points a game. And I know that people say, well, Kyle Kuzma can't do that. He scored 18 points per game, almost 19 points per game. Like, back in the day where Anthony Davis wasn't there and all of the stuff. But you know that Kyle Kuzma, when he's on the floor, he tries to do stuff and he's getting better at certain things. So he becomes, look, Kuzma is not going to be alone when he gets the ball because they know that if he gets alone, he's going to score. And that's one of the things that people have to understand about this team. There's a lot of people that may not produce what you are expecting to produce, but because they are a threat, they uh, stress the defense, right? They make the defense to be stressed, and so in that moment, your your player, even if it's not making the shots, like last year, Danny Green, like this year, in some games we have Wesley Matthews not not getting the shots in. They still guard him because they know that if they leave him alone, he's probably gonna make that shot. And even when these players like Kuzma, sometimes even Caruso, uh, are playing, maybe they don't make 2 shots at the beginning, but if the defenders know that if they give them enough space, they're going to make those shots. So even when they don't make those points, they are going to be a threat, even when they don't make those points. And that's one of the values of having Kyle Kuzma on the floor because they know he can score in this role. He can score over 10 points per game. So he can score double figures because that's what he's averaging. That's what he's averaging. Um, um, let me show you what he is averaging per game. I don't know if you can see it here. Okay, 10.6 points per game. You know, so a player who averaged 10 points per game can average, if they can average double figure, they become a threat. Stats like that's funny. Um, but he averaged that. That's what he averaged like in this season, but you know that 2 seasons ago he was averaging 18.9 points per game, right? So he's been averaging double figures. And maybe we thought he was going to be a star. I don't know if he's going to be a star at certain point. I didn't think Antetokounmpo was going to be the MVP when he started, you know? So you never know. He's putting the hours, he's putting the effort. So at certain point, it might pay, you know? We don't know. Um, but we know he's putting the effort. We know he's trying to get rebounds. He's trying to block shots. He's better at defense than what he was. And so all those things. But you know that if he's alone from 3 point land, he can make that shot. He's not really a 3 point shooter, which is something that people don't remember about Kuzma. Kuzma was he played as a power forward and a center originally. So, you know, he's not he learned to become a uh, small forward, and he's learning that still. But that was not his position. Right. Let me introduce you to my cat, who wants to be here. All right. So her name is Willow. So um I don't know. What do you think? Are the Rockets going to be? Is this game going to be close? I don't think so. I think the Lakers are starting to get their things a little bit better, better chemistry. Um, but remember that they didn't have Anthony Davis in the last game. Um, and so they just got. So you know that Anthony Davis is always going to have going to make problems for the other team's defense. The one thing I want to say about Anthony Davis is that he needs he needs to um, he needs to start working on how he's going to attack double teams. He needs to start attacking those double teams effectively because they are doing that in every game. And I don't know. I I don't see how they are using more pick and rolls between LeBron and Anthony Davis. So do you see any defensive strategies that are not allowing that? Um, well, maybe because they are collapsing a little bit more in this on the center area. Um, but this is a different defense. So sometimes I think that Vogel is still experimenting because really we didn't have a preseason exactly, and we didn't have, it was like 71 days. That's ridiculous. But I still think there's going to be a moment when the Lakers are going to be so in sync, they are not going to lose a game. That's, I'm going to make that prediction here. You guys hold me accountable if that doesn't happen. But I think there's going to be a moment where the Lakers, I think they need a center uh, that is athletic, a shot blocker. But I don't know if you saw um, the other day, Marc Gasol blocked 4 shots. That's pretty good, you know, for a guy who is not known anymore as a shot blocker. You know, he's not like the Marc Gasol of the defensive player of the year era. And so I don't know. I'm not worried about the Lakers in this game because we are going to have the whole team because there are combinations that are starting to happen. Um, I know people are lately on the THT case, but remember that he's a kid, 20 years old, and he makes shots and he creates situations, but time to time he's gonna do a boneheaded move because every rookie does it, and he's not a typical rookie. He is a very young one. You know, a lot of rookies are 22, 23 years old. Um, he just turned 20 not long ago, right? So so if you hear like a motor sound, that's a cat. So what what do you guys think? What is your approach to this game? I I think, at least I think, the type of play that the Rockets are doing, uh, it's just excellent for the Lakers defense. I think the Lakers defense can match that pretty well. Um, and I don't see how the Lakers lose this game, to tell you the truth. I don't see how it's going to happen. So, my prediction: the Lakers are going to win plus 10 points, between 10 and 15 points. That is my prediction. That the Lakers are going to win between 10 and 15 points over the Rockets. Anybody have a different prediction? Nobody? Wait, let me put this. I mean, this was funny. So, uh, stats lie. Yeah. I mean, sometimes they do. They don't tell the whole story, at least. Um, but that's what I think. I mean, the Lakers have enough weapons to beat any team in the NBA right now. And some bizarre things are happening, like teams that you were expecting to become, uh, the leaders are not becoming the leaders. I think the 76ers is a team that we always think was going to dominate the East at certain point. Um, I am I'm not amazed that Miami is not at the top right now because, like the Lakers, they went to finals. They went to finals not long ago, and um, it's a disadvantage, um, in a way. All right, so we are almost 20 minutes away. You wanna say hi, where you're from, anything on the chat? Uh, you're welcome to do it. You have a question, a comment, an ache, a pain, something you want to say, something happy, nothing political, please. Something you want to announce, your page, your channel, where you're from. You can let me know right there on the chat. All right, so I think I'm gonna close here if nobody's right now uh, gonna comment here, because I wanna prepare for the game. I hope you all guys see this game, can enjoy it, and all that kind of stuff. If you're a Rockets fan, my respect. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm rooting for my team, and I think my team has the tools. But, respect to everybody. All right. So take care of each other. Take care of yourself. May God bless you. And go Lakers. Bye-bye.